Hello, welcome to Digital Photography. My name is Justine Smith. I'd like to talk to you tonight about what your students will be doing in this class. Your students will be learning about composition and how to apply it to their photos. So, for example, part of composition is the elements and principles of design. If we look at this photo, you might notice the line that's created by the stairs. And that line is creating a sense of movement. You might also notice that there are lots of values in this photo, lights and darks, that are creating contrast, which is adding drama. We will look at a wide range of photo styles and photographers. This, for example, is famous historic photographer Ansel Adams, but we also look at contemporary photographers. Your student will develop creativity. They will get to try out all sorts of new things. They'll get to develop skills. They will learn to talk about their own and others' photography. Here are some of the class content. Camera skills, so understanding what is shutter speed, what's f-stop, exposure, etc. Students will take a series of photographs every week that will focus on a specific subject, topic, or skill. Students will learn about Adobe Photoshop. They will have a number of in-class tutorials to complete each week. We will be moving into Adobe Illustrator second or third term. We also have critiques in class where we discuss final assignments in small groups and as a whole class. Students will occasionally write artist statements about their artwork, which is an opportunity to talk about the ideas behind their work and the choices that they made. This is an example of the type of project that we do in this class. This one is called framing. So students are encouraged to look for things like this bridge that's creating this lovely line that is framing the people underneath it. This is the project that we're working on right now. It's called Leading Lines, and you can see how all of the lines in the subway tunnel are leading your eye right down to the bottom of the tunnel. This is another project that we will do. It's called Point of View. Most photos are taken from eye level of a human. So I show students examples of all sorts of different points of view that they can use to take their photos, and then they get to go practice. This is an example of a Photoshop project. So the original photo was in color. It was turned black and white and then had a blue tint added to it. This is a project where students had to crop, rotate, and adjust the levels in a photo. And for this project, students had to turn a color photo black and white with an adjustment layer and then erase through the adjustment layer to reveal parts of the color photo beneath it. We also do something called class openers. For class openers, I show students either videos or still photos, and then we have small group and whole class discussions. So this photo, for example, I use when we are talking about negative space. And I also have students identify what are some elements and principles they see, and also how do they interpret this photo. There's some really interesting things going on in this photo, so what do they think is happening? Grading policy. Everyone comes to photography with a different level of skills. Some students have no experience, some students have lots of experience. Therefore, I grade people based on how much work they complete. So if an assignment is completed, they get full credit. If assignment is partially completed, then they can receive partial credit. In this class, we have must do, should do, and aspire to do assignments. Students who complete all of the must do assignments will receive a B. If they complete all of the should do assignments, it's an A-, and all of the aspire to do assignments will receive an A. Materials needed for this class: Students can use a cell phone or a digital camera with manual controls that has around 12 megapixels. And it is not required that students have that. I have some cameras in class for students to use. But if students do have a cell phone that takes photos or a digital camera that they can use at home, then that's an added bonus. Students also need headphones or earbuds to listen to video instructions, but we do have some class headphones also. Cell phone policy in this class is a little bit different than some classes because cell phones can be used as tools in this class. So as long as students are not doing things like watching TikTok or getting sucked into other types of all-consuming social media, they can have them out to use as a camera. They can have them out to watch the class tutorials. So students that can't follow the rules, the first thing that I do is take the cell phone for the period, and they can have it back at the end of the period. But if students push it further than that, then you might get a phone call from me one day. Homework and late work. So students can usually finish all of their assignments during class and don't need to take it home. But students may occasionally have to do things outside of school. I actually encourage students to do a variety of taking some photos on campus, but also taking some photos outside of school, because then outside of school they can go to the beach or the forest or walk around their neighborhood, and there's more variety of things to take photos of. I do accept late work until the end of the semester. Students may receive a 0 if they don't turn something in for the deadline, but that 0 can be changed into full credit at any time up until the semester. How to succeed in this class. This class uses Google Classroom extensively, so students need to keep track of the assignments and the deadlines in Google Classroom. I am available for help if students need it. I get here about 8 a.m. every day, and they can come in during breaks and talk to me, and I do check my email often. So I do encourage students to communicate with me and advocate for themselves. If they need something, I'm here to help. And this is a screenshot of what Google Classroom looks like. So I encourage students to check the classwork tab, and you can see some of the deadlines here. So here is the assignment, and then this one was due September 20th. This leading lines photos were due yesterday, and the leading lines final project is due tomorrow. So it's very clearly stated or shown in Google Classroom the deadlines when projects are due. All right, well, that was a whirlwind tour of photography class. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me at my NoHum email address, and I will be happy to respond. Thank you.